Hello, I'm Richard Burton. I'm a watercolour artist, and this is the Richard Burton Art Centre at Bempton, near Bempton Cliffs on the Yorkshire coast. And you'll see here a whole range of watercolours, of canvas watercolours and prints that we have on display. I specialise in painting the Yorkshire coast, and I love the vibrancy of watercolour that comes when painting the land, the sea, the sky and everything that goes with it. And this is a sort of a bit of a selection of what we have in the gallery at the moment. We're now here in my studio. This is where I do my painting, I do my studio work and my actual watercolours from my easel, from my sketches that I do. But one of the main things that I've sort of developed over the years is the ability to teach watercolour. I do a lot of teaching from both here at Bempton, at my studio, and I also do them with the North Yorkshire Art School at Scarborough, and through their various venues, and I've been teaching all around the Yorkshire really for a considerable number of years now. And it's been a really enjoyable experience to meet so many different people, teaching them watercolour. I specialise in bringing beginners, people who've never touched watercolour before. That really is, if it's something that you want to try and you've never tried before, I recommend you getting into watercolour and following our courses, because what we're going to do, we're going to develop, not only are we teaching in person, but we're going to develop an online resource where you can actually show you how to come and develop watercolour, get involved in watercolour, put some colour in your life and really sort of develop the painting and try to be expressive and creative and understand the mechanics behind watercolour. And you'll find that it's a lot easier than what people perceive. And what we're going to do is we're going to do a whole range of watercolour online courses that you can sort of try, dabble into, express and really develop your own style. And that is something for the future that we're going to roll out in 2025. But in the meantime, we're going to be doing in-person courses. These are going to be various types of courses, sort of specialising in people who are just starting on watercolour or maybe come back to watercolour for the first time. Now we're going to just spend a little bit of time in this introductory video just to talk you through some of the paintings that we've done recently in my courses and also in the various workshops that we do. And this one is to start off. This is a simple watercolour of Bempton Cliffs, which is obviously on the Yorkshire coast. And what we've got here is an autumn sunrise, where the light is lower. You've got that autumn tones coming into play here, and I'm also trying to capture the early dew, which hopefully you can sort of sense. And what I've done here is it's a series of soft washes. I wet the paper first, put the soft washes in place with some cadmium orange, alizarin crimson, and then I use some blue, which will be probably cerulean blue and a little bit of cobalt blue, and then I use a magenta as a link colour between the two, and all on the moistness of the paper that just bring those softnesses through. And then as the magenta moves towards the cadmium orange, what it does, it just creates a shadow like effect, and that just creates that little bit of transitional colour which gives that feeling of the light coming through. I'm leaving the sun itself just as white paper, which just enables me to capture that light. And then obviously I've put the cliffs in, put the darks in the foreground, so you've got a few traditional colours through the painting, using the darks to create this feeling of wet grass of the first of the dews of the September season. And this is done by simply using some atomizer water sprays and painting it on the wet rather, and then just using the sprays just to keep the watercolour moist, and then just allowing them to mix and blend on the paper with some darks, and that gives a lovely feeling of autumn dew. So that's a first sort of Bempton scene. I've then got another one I want to show you as well here, which is all these paintings are from the same vantage point, but it just shows you the variety of effects you can get. This is a summer sunrise where the sun is very strong. You almost need sort of sunglasses really to see. It's a June time with the sun at its peak. And what I've done here is try and ensure that I'm trying to capture the light on the harshness of the sun. And what I do that there is really, it's about putting in the darks, putting in the shadows, putting in the strength of the dark. So as you can see, the cliffs now become much darker, much more shadow in those, and that enables me to show off the sun glistening on the water, which hopefully we can capture it here. And what also I've done in this one, not only have we got the contrast in the colours, but we've also used some different techniques, such as we've used masking fluid to capture this ripple effect of the water, the sun glistening on the water. And I've also used not only masking fluid, but I've used scratching out, a little tool, a blade that I can scratch out some of the highlights as well on the water. And it's all about the eye transitioning through from the foreground and seeing that strong light coming through the picture. The beauty about being on the coast here and anywhere is like this, is the fact that the weather and the sea and the sky and the cliffs change every time, and you never get the two times. Never are you there at the same time. Do you see the same scene? It's always different. So that's a Bempton summer sunrise, and I'll just bring up another one to show you. This is a same scene, same viewpoint, but what we've got here is the mist, the autumn mist coming in now. There's sort of a misty morning sunrise where you've got the cliffs in just coming into view, and that is really important here with this one. And then I've got a lot of mist, a little bit more focus as we come through from the distant cliffs into the foreground cliffs, and then you've got this sharpness in the immediate foreground here. And what I've got here is a series of painting on moist paper, lots of moist paper, and then just controlling the amount of as the pigment goes on, keeping it quite soft, ensure that it goes on in a diffused way. And then I've also utilised some milky washes, using a little bit of Chinese white just to give a feeling of depth and a little bit more milky sense to the pigment, and that just helpfully gives that a bit more mystique about it, and it gives that misty feel to the overall effect. Again here, like with the other one, I've put some the grass banks on here, and they've got that diffused wet feel, and I've used a water spray to give that effect on here as well, which hopefully just you can capture that with the atmosphere atomizer, just spraying some water on it as it starts to, as you put the colours on and they blend on the paper. And there's a little bit of detail here and there, but not a lot of detail, just a suggestive bits of detail. Overall, it gives a nice effect of a sort of a misty morning scene. So this is the sort of thing that we'll be doing in our watercolour classes, and we'll have a whole range of different paintings and different atmospheres, and hopefully this was something that you'll get to enjoy, and you'll really sort of understand and experience the range of watercolour. So this is the type of a range of work that we'll sort of do, but these are just 3 specific watercolours of Bempton cliffs, but we'll do a whole range of different elements to watercolour, and you really get a real sort of thorough grounding of the type of watercolour we'll do. So I hope you will join and follow me as we go develop these videos. We're also going to develop, as I say, we're going to develop this online courses as well as in-person courses. The online courses will be an opportunity for you to really sort of engage as part of not just individually, but as part of the community, because we'll have a community connection to these as well as a one-to-one element, so you'll really be able to immerse yourself in water and get the most out of it, really from the relaxation of your own home. That's the essence to it. We'll put the links to what we're going to do in the video, so you links to the website. There'll be more on the website, as you see, and we'll develop those as we go forward. This is really just to give you a taster of what we're going to do, and we're really excited about 2025 and what we can branch out and develop together. So I really encourage you to get into painting, put some colour in your life and enjoy it, because it's really exciting. This is early days, but obviously it would help if you can like and subscribe to the channel, because that enables it to get picked up by the algorithms and be able to sort of spread out to a wider audience. So please get involved, get engaged, watch what we're doing and follow us. You'll enjoy an exciting opportunity to come painting together.